Hey guys, we are here for, I told you we'd do a video every day on the cruise for our Big Dog Cruise. It's our networking event and conferencing with other investors around Texas. And I'm here with Josh with JLR
Homebuyers.
Homebuyers in Austin. What's your email?
Josh at JLR Homebuyers.
Easy. You guys know me, Justin Kane, your host here. As we've gone over, we are a very quick, dirty, get to the straight meat of it kind of talk people, I guess you could say. And the reason why I've lost my words is because we've been drinking. That's what we've been doing.
A couple.
Yeah. So we just wanted to get together with you guys because we did kind of fail you. I told you we'd do a show every day, and it's day 3, and I have not done a show. So here's day 1 where we missed, and we'll just kind of segment into day 2, 3, and we'll just piece it together as we go. So day 1, we want to discuss your why. Why would you pick real estate, and why any other investments? What's wrong with your life as it is? And so Josh is kind of going to discuss his life, why he's in here, just give a little bit of in-depth, and it's going to be really quick and dirty, and maybe give you little pointers to figure out your own why on your own time. So Josh, what made you want to get into real estate?
Man, Justin, that's a great question. Real estate, I just realized that buying and selling a house, large dollar transactions, you only have to do a few of them to earn a lot of money. And I was tired of working for people, and I decided that this is something that I could do, self-driven. So if you have self-motivation and you're hungry and you're willing to go out and get it yourself, real estate's a great opportunity for you.
Yes, but what drove you to real estate as opposed to any other type of investment?
Honestly, I went to a meetup. And
like from meetup.com?
Meetup.com.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and they had a real estate meetup, and I met just some really cool people like Justin. I didn't meet him then, but people like him and like-minded people that I just enjoyed talking with, and I thought, man, these are good people, and so I wanted to know, well, what do they do? How do they earn a living? And it was just in real estate, so I wanted to learn more.
Cool. And then did you learn about other types of investments through the real estate process as you were doing? You learned, oh, okay, I can invest in these companies, stock markets, large caps, cryptos, or you just kind of didn't know anything and you just stuck to real estate as it is and currently growing your other investments?
I've been investing in the stock market since college. Stocks,
Okay.
bonds, mutual fund, a lot of mutual funds since college.
Yeah.
And so I'm aware with other investments. But real estate, I owned a house and sold it and earned a decent amount of money, and so that kind of stayed with me.
That was your sugar cookie.
That's when I got a taste. That's when I got a taste of, wow, you can make $40,000 in one transaction.
Who knew?
That was pretty amazing.
Kind of like the discussion I had the other day with that very hostile individual. Well, I invested in Netflix 8 years ago. My stock, I put 25 grand and my stock's worth over 300,000 now. I was like, yeah, before fees. And that took you 8 years? I think I made that back in a year, 2 years.
Nice.
So we're back, and we were discussing about that very hostile individual from Netflix who, after 8 years, turned 25 grand into 300 and something thousand before fees and taxes. And I could tell you right now that by far real estate is the easiest and most level playing field you'll find. You do not need, really, you don't even need any money. We were broke when we started, and it didn't take much time for us to become millionaires. Not saying that's like, hey, millionaires. No, it's, look, you'll become successful too, and there's always going to be bigger fish in the pond. So even when you're a millionaire, there's going to be multi-millionaires. Then there's going to be billionaires. Then there's going to be trillionaires. And it's never going to be big enough. So that brings us back to, what is your why? Why are you in this? What are you ultimately trying to accomplish? And typically for most people, it's your freedom number. And if you don't know what your freedom number is, it's highly discussed. It's the number where you don't need to work anymore. So for some people, it's $3,000 of net pure cash flow. And what I mean by net is, for instance, if I've got my my house is bringing in $20,000, $25,000 a month gross minus expenses, that's your net. And that's what, after taxes and all that, that is your net. So it's absolutely what is going to be in your pocket at the end of the day, and nobody can touch. And if your number's 3,000, if your number's 5,000, if your lifestyle's 10,000, you probably should cut back, and we'll talk about that in another video. What's your you're in Austin, so what is your outlook for the real estate in Austin?
Austin real estate market, people want to live there, and the supply is low. So the demand is high, the supply is low, but prices can only continue to go up as long as jobs are there for people to afford those houses. So
do you think the jobs are still there? They're still, do you know if there's still
growth? There are jobs still there, yes, but I think it's a little bit of a plateau.
Okay.
So the prices, it's not a bubble. It's really not a bubble. But
well, a lot of people are fearing that right now, because you can see in California, the first sign of the dominoes are starting to fall. So, and there's areas in California where there are little crashes happening right now. There are collapses in the market, and that's always a first symptom. You always have your major metros like LA and Phoenix and Dallas and Chicago and all those areas that start to crash first. And if you notice that those are crashing, you can rest assured dominoes fall. So that's why I actually got out of the residential side of it, and I moved straight into the large apartments. As you guys know, we're now an apartment investment company. So give me all your money, okay? Do it now. Call 1-800, give me your money. No, but seriously, you guys need to move your money into something a little bit more safe, and apartments is where it's at. That's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon south, so only north. So we're in San Antonio. San Antonio is always a lovely place. The last time the market crashed, San Antonio did not take much of a dip. Mm-hmm. I think we barely felt anything. Okay. But the difference now is that San Antonio is becoming Austin. We've noticed this past 2 years, all my properties have doubled in value just in 2 years. San Antonio is incredibly overpriced right now. That's not a good thing. So if you're in San Antonio, please call my office. We need to talk. We need to discuss some things before you invest. How would you feel Austin is? Do you think Austin's still going to remain steady?
Austin, it's really hard for builders to get permits. And so, again, the supply is just not keeping up with demand. Right now, we have 2.6 months of inventory, and 6 months is equilibrium. So 6 is equal buyers and sellers. We're at 2.6. So there are more buyers than there are sellers for Austin right now.
Which sounds like it'd be good, right? It's a seller's market. No. The actually, as you can look in the if you look through time, if there's less inventory, buyers actually back off. They will be more skeptical when buying. If there's more inventory, then buying just moves quickly. And with interest rates going up, with all this stuff moving on, with the loan servicing, you can't even get a loan very easily anymore. It's getting much more difficult. And then with inventory minimizing, it's all little recipes for disaster. So am I scaring you off? Good. Like I said, what's your why? We're going to move on to the next portion. Like I said, we're filming this back to back just because we got a little too fun-loving these past couple days and we didn't record anything. So the third portion, we're going to discuss contracting and getting properties under contract. How to do that, how do you find the properties, and what's the easiest way just to get into this industry?